Salutations, smokers. Now hand over the smokes. Like, pronto.
A couple episodes ago, we saw Ray approach Vault 88, from which he intended to rebuild a new society. Hi, I'm Automatic for Automatic Games. This is a settlement showcase showing you my Vault 88. I'll offer no story spoilers, nor will I showcase any of the new unlockable equipment, though you may see them in passing. To best demonstrate this, we should switch to the perspective of that nearby guard. When one first enters Vault 88, you're going to notice all the garbage in the entranceway. If you're going for a dirty raider build, then you might want to keep that garbage where it's at, but as you can see, if you click on the garbage, it doesn't do anything, but generally it's clamped to a nearby object. In most cases, it's these rubber mats. I also find that the cardboard boxes are generally a culprit. Through a little trial and error, you'll figure it out and get your entranceway looking spick and span, if that's what you're going for. In some cases, it's going to be neither the rug, nor is it a cardboard box. This is that trial and error I referred to. In this case, it's going to be that red crate. But in every instance thus far, I've noticed that the object that debris is clamped to is also an object that you can rebuild because of the new DLC. We're going to remove all these rubber mats, and as you can see, some of the trash that's feet away is actually clamped to these mats. And of course later I'll go through and add new mats and get it looking better. Again, referring to that raider build, I suppose if you were building a raider, see, there's multiple access points to the caverns that lie ahead. I suppose you would probably choose an alternate entranceway. That guy should not have a pipe pistol. He should have a snub-nose 44, but I'll replace that later. As you can see, the security office has been refurbished, added new lockers, which really clean the place up. Then some rubber mats, replacement rubber mats, as to get rid of the trash. There's still a little trash, but I'll come back to this. So far, it's my experience that all of the trash is scrappable in a way. But yeah, if I were a raider, I'd use an alternate entry points to the cave. That way you avoid all the Vault-Tec stuff, and you could really have a killer underground raider settlement. Maybe a drug den, I don't know. Stim den, I should say. Here's our atrium, inspired by the atrium from the vault in Fallout 3. All the doors and windows are in the right place, but it's a little bigger. And then I got a little carried away when we got beyond the atrium. Besides, the vault in Fallout 3 is quite linear and difficult to replicate due to that. As you can see, we have park benches and street lamps. That's a reminder of the surface, and of course Ray has every intention to return to the surface and forge a new nation. Here in hydroponics, we address our food concern. I guess I'd suggest bringing your fertilizer and wood, because if you're going for an interior farm, that's what you're going to have to do. Otherwise, I imagine you can plant on the dirt that you can find on the cave floor. We'll head over to the commissary. Now, I haven't decorated the interior of it yet, but the basic layout is pretty much in place. I appreciate that this counter runs about level with the window. And of course, I've omitted the window glass to make transactions possible. In fact, when installing window glass, you're going to put one pane in. Then I highly suggest you put the glass in before adding the opposite pane, because going back to it after the fact and putting the windows in then is a pain. This is the clinic, chemistry station, a couple of the new stations that they offer. Otherwise, typical clinic you would find in a vault. Actually kind of small by those standards. We'll head up to the residential area. More specifically, this is residences that are families. Singles live elsewhere. When dealing with the residential rooms, I kind of draw on recollections of the past vaults. Nothing too fancy. In fact, you get the impression they don't spend a lot of time in these rooms, primarily due to the lack of kitchen. I'd imagine they're hitting that diner 3 times a day if they're getting well-rounded meals or whatever. These domestic rooms, like all rooms, they have a piece that I really enjoy, the corner door, as does this nursery. Nursery's got a changing table, a sink, a sitter's seat, sitter's chair. But the corner door, you're not going to find that with the domestic modules, or the utility modules, or the atrium modules. And what I'm referring to is a prefabricated corner with doors. You will find those for all of the rooms, but hope someday we see a mod or a patch with corner doors for atrium, domestic, and utility. This is the administrator's quarters, beyond which is the armory. Combat rifles, ammunition in the safe. While on security duty, they carry snub-nosed 44s, or at least they're supposed to. I'm going to have to add bars to that window too. The idea here is you'd have to get through the administrator in order to launch your revolution. Of course, if it was a traditional coup, I guess it'd be security and they're already armed, so perhaps that speaks to why Ray plays nice. Here's our workout equipment, new additions with the DLC that I really won't get into. You can watch any YouTube video and see the player jump on this thing, but I'm going to show a little restraint because this is a guard on duty, so we'll just keep walking. Into our primary security office. The one you saw near the entrance pertains strictly to screening. This one deals more in population management. I'd say population control, but we choose our words carefully when we're working in security. This, of course, is the overseer's office. The window from which Ray does his literal oversight. And where he does his more figurative overseeing, this little lounge area. The posters pertain to old movies, patriotism, or radio. This statue boasts a uniform that Ray envisions for our troops as they head out to accomplish missions in the interest of the Vault or our new society. They include the batting helmet as a nod to our days as Minutemen. Now I will be doing a follow-up video for the Brian Wilkes series. I really enjoyed doing that series. I was more enamored with the supporting cast than I was the protagonist. Of course, Wilkes, I mean, he really strikes me as an unreliable narrator in every sense of the word. It seemed like the people he talked to had a better grip of life, on life, than Wilkes could ever have, and he continues to get tortured for it, but I don't know, I still enjoyed it. But this is the first opportunity I've gotten to talk to you guys for a while, and so I want to do some kind of recap episode. I mean, up until now, it's been weeks of audio log number 15. Oh man, Otto's really gonna stick it to me this time. What a bastard. So this is our lavatory, where we keep our lava. Yes, that's the exterior of a module, but it was all I could do to get the divider wall for these bathroom stalls. I'm using the category of rooms, clinic, mainly because of that tile, which just strikes me as bathroom tile. Next we have the obligatory diner that you'll find in every vault, with the sign that reads "Eat." My favorite neon sign reads "Why not?" I have to make one of those "Why not" signs. Imagine a lot of people spend a lot of time staring at this poster, at that green splotch on her head. I take that back. Nobody's lived in this vault. Until recently, anyway. So I guess we'll be staring at that green splotch for a long time to come. Here's our classroom. Got a projector on the teacher's desk. Wish we had a chalkboard. That would be cool. But projector doesn't really work, but it does lure in children, and then we kind of just spring the learning on them. We'll head back to maintenance and engineering.
Hello, overseer.
I chose this hallway simply for cosmetic reasons. The air ventilation ducts, the pipes, just screams maintenance and engineering. So the maintenance room, as you can see, if you're single and work in maintenance, you're sleeping down here. Got our armor workbench there. Pretty basic work at home layout though. This room's just kind of empty. Again, just put in for cosmetic reasons, mainly because I liked these dead end pieces. I like those. But yeah, there's a lot of room to build. This vault is rather compact. And of course there's different sectors to build in, but they all draw from the same build limit memory, so keep that in mind. Here's our engineering room. Same principle. If you're single and an engineer, you're sleeping down here. And this room is right across from our primary reactor. Oh. Okay. Just ran into a door. Our primary reactor. Those Nixie tubes, the number 13 is representative of our population, which is actually 14, so we'll switch that. I know, I don't need 3 numbers there, but but I've got them, just in case. Nice thing about the primary and secondary is, as you can see, I just turned that off, but all the lights were still on. Everything's still humming. And that secondary is the default one that you find in the entranceway. You know, I guess the main thing this vault is lacking is defense right now, which really hasn't been a problem since I've been here most of the time to defend it. And we have plenty of security. Not plenty as far as our defense rating, but plenty as far as guys with guns that engage the tangos or targets. You get what I'm saying. Last thing I want to do is show you our alternate exit. Of course, they gave you that extra vault door. And while it doesn't clip onto the vault modules, per se, it does clip onto any, and what we just passed was dormitory living, by the way. It does clip onto concrete pieces, from what I could tell, so that was kind of nice. Got this little decontamination set up here. Much more sophisticated than the one showcased in the Brian Wilkes story. But yeah, this vault door is reminiscent of the first vault door showed in Fallout. So I couldn't pass it up. You just close it and open it by clicking on it, which is easier to do when you've got your reticle showing, but whatever. I like to keep my reticle tucked away, personally. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon. Yes, this video was extra long, but if you still manage to pony up a like, I'll be your creepy friend that walks you home at night without you knowing.